Coming up, the state's abortion ban is blocked again by a judge. What this means for women in Louisiana seeking the procedure. And SWAC Media Day is underway. Our Go Nation team will bring us the latest on the Southern Jaguars.
Live, you're watching Fox 44 News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Kellyanne Biley. Thank you so much for joining us for Fox 44 News at 5:30. A state district judge says Louisiana's laws banning abortion don't make sense. So for now, abortions continue while the case heads to the appeals court. Fox 44's Ariel Salk is joining us live now from outside the courthouse downtown. Ariel, what else does today's ruling mean?
Kellyanne, this means the 3 abortion clinics in Louisiana are free to schedule new appointments, but the legal battle is far from over. Thursday, Louisiana State Judge Donald Johnson ruled with abortion rights advocates, allowing clinics to continue to provide abortions until the lawsuit challenging the state's near total ban on abortions is resolved.
We are relieved and gratified that access to health care and specifically abortion care is preserved.
The plaintiffs say they don't deny that the state can ban abortions, but they argue that the trigger laws are conflicting and at times contradict each other, creating confusion amongst medical providers.
These laws are not clear on their face. They are vague, and therefore they violate the Louisiana Constitution.
Attorney General Jeff Landry responded in a statement that said in part, "We look forward to ending this legal circus by getting the case into the state Supreme Court as soon as possible."
We expect that at some point the Attorney General will file an appeal, and we will, of course, answer that.
Both parties have 30 days to submit plans for the trial on whether the law should be permanently blocked.
So the preliminary injunction blocks enforcement of the trigger bans until after the trial, and Chief Judge Johnson has a chance to make a final ruling.
A trial date has yet to be set. In the meantime, all 3 trigger bans have been blocked from enforcement. Reporting live from the courthouse, Ariel Salk, Fox 44 News.
All right, thank you so much for that update, Ariel. Meanwhile, the controversy over the state's abortion laws has overflowed into project funding for the city of New Orleans. Fox 44's Vanya Joseph now explains why Louisiana's Bond Commission is involved.
We don't have the opportunity to pick and choose what laws we follow.
New Orleans city leaders say they won't comply with Louisiana's abortion trigger laws. Attorney General Jeff Landry says they have no right to disobey the law, and now he's asking the state to cut them off. State Treasurer John Schroeder, who is also pro-life, however, disagrees with Landry's requests.
Are we here to send a message, or are we here to really affect some policy?
Landry's push to withhold funding made its way to the State Bond Commission Thursday. It was a heated debate on whether or not the commission should be making a decision like this in the first place.
This commission has time and again been sort of dancing around policy issues that I think are better and more appropriately debated by the legislature.
Others argue the move is a political showdown that would deny the New Orleans Sewage and Water Board money ahead of hurricane season.
This one project is going to be the scapegoat that's going to be held hostage in order to satisfy everybody that they've made a politically correct vote.
While Landry was not there to argue his own requests, his staff says New Orleans is violating the Constitution. But a court ruling issued the same day is keeping abortion access alive.
There's not many tools available here to go down and say, New Orleans, you better abide by the law. I mean, withholding funding is the mechanism.
The commission deferred the project until next month. Vanya Joseph, Fox 44 News.
Meanwhile, Attorney General Jeff Landry did release a statement today saying today's deferment means that New Orleans officials will have to decide if they will enforce state law. Landry's full statement can be found at brproud.com.
Hey folks, guess you heard this morning I tested positive for COVID.
President Joe Biden says he's doing fine and keeping busy after testing positive for COVID-19. According to the White House, the 79-year-old is experiencing mild symptoms and he has started taking medication to reduce the severity of the virus. And back here at home, Mayor President Sharon Weston Broome says she's fighting to increase the pay for city parish employees and police officers. Weston Broome says the plan includes an employee pay increase of 5% and for police officers, 7%. The proposed raises still have to go in front of the Metro Council.
We're going to make sure that they have the type of living and wages that they can thrive and prosper.
But to be competitive, to have parity with the national average, to be able to recruit officers saying you are very well compensated here, more money is going to become necessary.
The proposed raises will be introduced to the Metro Council on July 27th. If passed, the increase would go into effect mid-September.
Go Nation sports coverage of SWAC Media Days is presented by Care South Medical and Dental.
We are certainly switching gears now to head over to sports. The Battle of the Bluff versus Death Valley Southern and LSU. It's going to be a historic game this fall. Today in Birmingham, however, SWAC Media Day and the unofficial rivalry is just warming up. Our Go Nation team is on the ground in Birmingham with more.
Welcome into your Go Nation coverage. We decided to take a drive down to Birmingham for the SWAC Media Day. Brian Holland, I'm Chelsea Boucher. We're going to keep it rolling. Southern Jags here with their new head coach, but a familiar face. They had a lot to say here today.
Yeah, and you talk about that second game on the schedule. Southern was all business, did not want to talk. They go one game at a time, right? That's the cliche. Well, that second game on the schedule was a first ever. Going into Tiger Stadium, LSU Southern, a celebration of Baton Rouge. And like the hair on my arms started raising up when Coach Dooley started talking about 2003, a united city, both of them having national championships.
Well, Southern University had won the Black College National Championship as well. We had a phenomenal team that year right there. LSU won the national championship. So the city of Baton Rouge decided to have a parade of champions, which I thought was excellent. And you're talking about to see the fans from both universities cheer for both universities. You couldn't get a better atmosphere than what they had that day right there. I kind of have it on CD. Every now and then I go back and look at it. But that day, you'd have thought it was Southern LSU, LSU Southern. It was two teams that was everybody was cheering for one team, and that's how it should be.
That will do it for us here in Birmingham. Brian Holland, Chelsea Boucher, guys. We'll send it back to you.
All right, now we want to take a look at what's happening traffic-wise with our chief meteorologist, Ashley Rez. Hey, Ashley, how are the roadways?
Hey, Kellyanne. So we've had a couple of hiccups out there this evening, and thankfully things are starting to pick back up. There were two crashes, one of which on I-12 East, and you can see the crash has been moved to the right shoulder. So be on alert for that. Keep an eye out on that, and make sure you drive slowly and make sure you can get out of the way for any first responders. Now there was another crash, I-10 West, closer toward Acadian. That has cleared out as well, but we still have a lot of congestion out there and some storms. So be sure you take it easy out there. Be alert for the potential for some gusty winds, a lot of lightning, as well as some ponding on the roads. And this is going to continue through at least sunset. We have more storms in the forecast as well. I'll give you guys all those details coming up next.